2 weeks ago, I just got fired from my job. They didn't like the way I handled the situation, so they had to let me go.
I was actually in an abusive relationship, and I lost my job.
Currently, I'm unemployed. I feel like I don't have the proper job skills to get a career going.
After that, I was just in a bad mood. I felt like a failure. I didn't know what to do. I was panicking. I had a lot of bills to pay.
I honestly couldn't make it to work, and I would always be questioned, and I eventually got fired. I was out of the job for about a year.
I couldn't go to college mainly because I couldn't afford it, and also had a family I had to provide for. I needed to change my life, and there's something I could hold on to, something I'm good at. I might as well focus on that and actually go for it.
I just went online and I tried my best to look for a job. I had to do something.
I was at pretty much the weakest point in my life, and I needed an outlet.
Some of the issues that I've endured in this industry would be lack of experience, lack of training, getting the right connections in order to make sure that you're heading in the right direction.
There are people who are, I think, flailing. They don't know what to do or what they want to do. I think giving people the opportunity to do things in an almost hands-on type of basis, it allows people to kind of gain hope so they can determine, oh, there is something that I like, I can do. It doesn't have to be grunt work, but something that I love doing. I just discovered something I can be passionate about, and maybe I can get out of this rut and have a career.
Educate the Block started with a good friend of mine and I who were kind of philosophizing on how we could make a difference in the world. There are a lot of ways to change the world, and on a larger scale we wanted to reduce poverty, we wanted to reduce unemployment. But on a smaller scale, what we are capable of doing is reducing unfulfillment and reducing sadness and complacency within our community.
Well, I emigrated from this country from Haiti, and my parents have always had a very deep interest in ensuring that I get the proper education for a couple of reasons. One, in a global economy, being educated is becoming ever more important.
My college is a good school, but I felt like I wasn't getting the hands-on training and academics that I would need.
There's certain gaps that the urban community has because they don't have the means or they don't have access to certain things, like proper training, like great mentors and hands-on training with industry professionals. So we created Educate the Block in an attempt to give the urban community the same opportunities because they're just as talented and just as intelligent, if not more, than people that have become successful just because they had better access.
There's something to be said about really wanting not only to mentor someone, but also to learn from them as well.
And help them get through certain academic hurdles and teach them every aspect of the business that they need to succeed.
What I believe that's going to set us apart from other trade schools would be the fact that we have qualified trainers and had people that are interested in helping others to become successful.
The educators are all industry professionals. They're also all people that actually share the same mission, and they share the same passion for helping the urban community.
To be able to get people to have that passion and desire is really to show them systematically how they go through the process and how rewarding that is at the end, how they feel. Because I think once people take time for you to step them through a process of getting from A to B, then they're much more vested or invested to find out they can grow passion from there and like it or dislike it. But it's a great way to determine if somebody is really going to want to do it or not. Because going through those steps will help determine, oh, this is cool, it's work, but I love it.
The program is open. We accept everybody. We're like Big Mama's house. We take in everybody, but primarily we are accepting people who can't afford traditional school, but still deserve the same level of education. So people who are on assistance, people who don't have enough money for college, people who are on scholarship, people who might have access to grant funding through a program. We accept all of those students, and even, you know, some people that might not have any of that, but just have a real passion and desire to be a part of the program. We really try not to turn our back to any